My dearest listener, sometimes it feels like you've hit a wall. Like, no matter how hard you try, life just keeps pushing back. But here's something your guardian angels want you to know right now. Sometimes it's so easy to feel like giving up, but your heart is far more resilient than you realize. The angels say, even though it may not feel like it, someone out there has been quietly noticing everything about you. Your kindness, your strength, your warmth, and even the way you keep going when it would be easier to stop. They've noticed things you probably didn't think anyone would catch. It makes them wonder about the story behind your strength. What have you been through? What keeps you going when everything feels hard? These questions echo in their heart every time they think of you. They don't just admire you, they feel inspired by you. They see you, they admire you, and though they haven't said it out loud yet, their heart speaks volumes. Not all love shows up with grand gestures. Sometimes it reveals itself in the quiet ways someone lingers a little longer in conversation, or how their mood lifts when you walk into the room. It's in the gentle glances, the remembering of small details, the slight shift in tone when they speak your name. These are the signs that often go unnoticed, yet they mean everything. Have you ever felt calmed by someone's presence, even when they said nothing at all? That kind of peace is rare, and that's what you bring to them. Without realizing it, you've become their comfort in a world that often feels too loud. There's a quiet kind of love building in the background of your life, the connection waiting to be brought into the light. It's not loud or dramatic. It's subtle, steady, and real. I repeat, sometimes it's so easy to feel like giving up, but your heart is far more resilient than you realize. This person, whoever they are, thinks about you more than you know. They find comfort just being around your energy. You may have crossed paths with them already. It might be someone who brushes past you in a familiar hallway, someone whose presence feels strangely comforting, even if you've never shared more than a passing glance. Maybe it's that person who always seems to show up at the same cafe, who looks up from their drink just a second longer when you walk in. Or maybe it's someone from your past, an old friend or a distant connection, whose memory has been quietly resurfacing in your thoughts for no apparent reason. Have you ever found yourself replaying short moments with someone, wondering why they felt more significant than they should have? Sometimes the universe gently nudges people into our lives before we're ready to notice, and in those subtle interactions, love begins to grow without making a sound. Maybe they're a familiar face from your daily routine, or maybe they're someone from your past who never forgot you. Either way, you've left an impression on their heart, even if neither of you fully realizes it yet. They're captivated by the way you move through life, your compassion, your laugh, the way you handle stress, even when you think you're barely holding it together. They're drawn to your ability to find light in dark places, to keep showing up, to keep loving even when you've been hurt before. That kind of heart is rare, the kind that still believes in people, even after being disappointed, the kind that gives second chances, not because it forgets the pain, but because it remembers what it feels like to be forgiven. They see how you carry your past, not as baggage, but as a lesson. And that alone speaks volumes about the depth of your soul. Have you ever stopped to think about just how resilient you are? To go through what you've been through and still offer love, still offer hope, that's a quiet kind of magic. And it's that quiet magic that has completely captivated them. They've been watching from a distance, not in a strange way, just in the way someone does when they're trying to understand their own feelings before acting on them. But they're getting closer. They're reaching a point where they won't be able to stay silent much longer. You might notice small things first. A message that seems a little more personal than usual. A smile that lingers a second longer. A sudden interest in things you've mentioned in passing. And before you know it, they'll take that first real step forward. It might catch you by surprise. Maybe it'll happen when you're not expecting anything at all, on a random afternoon or during a moment that feels completely ordinary. It could be as simple as reaching for the same book at a shop or running into them on a rainy sidewalk when neither of you has an umbrella. It might be in a conversation that starts off casually but slowly unearths something deeply personal. 1 minute, you'll feel like everything is normal, and the next, you'll realize the energy between you has shifted. Isn't it incredible how the smallest moments can carry the greatest meaning? You might not even recognize it at first, but when it happens, your heart will. Something about the way they speak, the way they look at you, it will make you feel seen in a way you haven't felt in a long time. But their words will change everything. And then you'll begin to see just how much this person truly cares. You'll spend time together, maybe talking for hours about things you didn't even know you needed to say, or laughing at stories that make the whole world feel lighter. You might go for long walks or sit quietly in the same space, feeling the comfort of simply being near each other. There's something deeply beautiful about being with someone who makes silence feel sacred instead of awkward. No pressure to impress, no need to fill the gaps with small talk. Just breathing in the same moment and knowing you're safe. That's what this connection will bring. You offer that kind of safety. Your presence is the kind that makes others feel grounded, understood, and at peace. And once you both fully step into this space together, you'll realize that love doesn't always roar. It often arrives gently, quietly, and unmistakably, like coming home after a long, uncertain journey. It's the kind of love that feels easy, not because it lacks depth, but because it feels like home. You'll grow together, heal together, and in time you'll wonder how you ever lived without them. Your heart, though tired, will remember how to bloom, not because someone saved you, but because you held on long enough to see the love that was meant for you find its way in. This concludes the message from your guardian angels. I want to end with a prayer for you. Lord, strengthen them in the moments when their spirit feels weary, and remind them of the quiet resilience you've placed deep within their heart. Let them feel the warmth of being seen, known, and loved even when silence surrounds them. Guide the gentle connection meant for them to bloom at just the right time, and let love arrive in a way that soothes every place that once ached. Amen. You've come so far. You've been so strong. And now you're about to be reminded why you never gave up. Type 515 to claim this message and the blessings inside for your own. Try and leave a positive comment for other viewers who might need a positivity boost in their day. The universe sees it as an act of kindness that fuels the cycle of good karma. You'll be spreading positivity and receiving the universe's blessings in return. Let's uplift each other and create waves of good energy together. I also want to pass on a time-sensitive message from the moon to you, and you need to hear it today. A subtle yet powerful energy will push you to make a critical decision by the end of the week. You won't find the answer in your horoscope, so don't bother looking there. Click the link in the description to see your free personalized video moon reading. I was amazed at how accurate my reading was, and I know you will feel the same. An important message is waiting for you in the next video. Will you hear it?